Well, hello and good morning and welcome. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. I'm just going to make sure that I am updating the event to say I am now live. I am now live over on at Emma Holmes Coaching Rockstars. So, hello, come on in, say hi. It's lovely to see you. Come on in and say hi. I'd love to know who we've got here, and we'll get started really soon. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes, come on a couple of minutes early so that we can make sure that everybody gets here. Because today we are talking business backbone. Hi Julie, hi Judy, hi Janice. And we are talking, lovely bookmark made by my daughter, Soulful Start Ups. So that is the talk of the day, let's say. The talk of the day. So come on in, say hi, lovely to see you. And we will get started in just a moment. Hope you've all got your brew. I actually have two because I will be talking an awful lot. Emma, 2 brews. Hi Karen. Come on in and say hi. It's lovely to see you. We'll be talking Soulful Startups. We'll be talking the truth about what you need in order to get going. We'll be talking about your business backbone basics, so your success foundations. And I'll be taking your questions. So if you're here live, then you are more than welcome at any stage to pop your questions in. If you are watching the replay, you are equally as welcome to pop your questions in, and I'll come back to them as soon as I possibly can. So let's get going, shall we? Because we're going to talk about Soulful Startups. So it might be that right now you have got an idea, a concept for a business. It might be that you've set off down the road of bringing that to life. Good morning, Suzanne. And what we're going to look at is, you know, the things that you do and that you don't need, and the things that you do need to be thinking about and things that you don't need to be thinking about. So, you know, what we've got to do is look at, you know, as we bring together these ideas and these concepts and this excitement about what we could possibly do, then we've got to look at how that can translate into something that works. And what I want to say at the outset is that I have seen lots of people recently who have said that, you know, when you have got a mission and when you are here to help and support other people, and when you feel really strongly about that, then actually that's a sign of a business that isn't successful, and that's a sign of a business that isn't making any money. So, you know, I heard somebody comment, if somebody says it's all about the money, it means that they're not successful. Well, that isn't the truth, okay? It's not the truth to say that this has to be all about the money, okay? It absolutely doesn't. And I talk an awful lot about you, you know, fulfilling your mission and you going out there and serving who you're here to serve. And do you know what? The other stuff will follow. You can build a big business from giving a shit. That's okay. Okay? So it doesn't have to feel like it's really icky tactics. It doesn't have to feel like it's a forced business strategy, and you don't have to feel like, you know, you're not good at business, but you're good at something else. So lots of people will often say, you know, when I talk to them, they'll talk about the fact that, you know, that they are a Reiki practitioner or a social media expert or a crystal healer or a kinesiologist or an astrologist or a parental advisor or an aromatherapist or a nature therapist, or, you know, they'll go into what I refer to as your vehicle. So your skill set doesn't need to define what you do, okay? Your skill set is your vehicle. It is what you will use in order to fulfill your mission, to help more people, to support more people, to make a difference in somebody's world. So whatever your product or your program is, whatever your skill set is, whatever your certifications are, you know, whatever that might be, that is part of your tools of the trade. They're your vehicle that you use in order to help and support more people. So we don't need to get caught up in labels. We don't need to get caught up in, I am this or I am that, because labels can often keep us in a really closed off box. So what you need to be thinking about instead is the fact that your skill set will help you to fulfill a deeper mission. It will help you to help and support more people. It will help you to get, people to get a better work-life balance. It'll help people to feel good. It'll help people to have a little bit of luxury in their life. It will help people to de-stress. It will help people to connect better with their children. It will help people to connect better with their business. It will help people to improve their social media. Whatever it is that is the outcome for your crowd, and whatever it is that your mission is, deep down, that mission that you're here to serve, your skill set are the tools and the vehicle that you will use in order to fulfill that mission. So when you think about bringing together a business, when you think about bringing together, lots of the technical side, because the idea, once the idea is there, it can be really exciting and it can be really, but where do I start? And the overwhelm comes up, but where do I start? And lots of people will traditionally start and go off and do some SWOT analysis, and they'll do some business planning, and they'll get down and dirty into that kind of technical business stuff. And whilst that stuff does have a place, and it absolutely can help and support and serve you, so often at the outset you don't know what you don't know. You don't know, the things that you need to be thinking about to include in that kind of work. You don't know exactly what you need to do. I've brought business plans together in the past, and I've also micro planned in the past. And what I've found is that, at the beginning of a business, you don't really know the trajectory it's going to take. You don't really know the path that you want to take with it. And, often you can spend an awful lot of time doing things that end up not being exactly as they could be. You're planning things that don't end up happening. And, if you micro plan things that don't end up happening, you've wasted your time. You've absolutely wasted your time. Morning, Sarah. So I think that, often we can get really down into micro planning, business plans, SWOT analysis, really technical stuff, which blocks us, because this isn't where our zone of genius lies at all, and it makes us panic and worry about the competition and a saturated market and all of these other things. So the reality is that nobody will do your business the way that you do it, and nobody will be providing the levels of help and support in the way that you do, or nobody will be providing product in the way that you provide them. There might be other people selling the same products as you, but that doesn't mean that they're going to do it in your way. That doesn't mean that they're going to have the same mission behind the thing that you're selling. Morning, Claire. Morning, Vicky. So what's important to know is that you can look at any market out there, and most markets aren't saturated. In reality, there are millions and billions of people in this world, and with the ability that we have now to communicate, we can reach people all over the world. I work with people in Australia, I work with people in South America, I work with people in Canada, North America. We have truly got the ability to work on a global scale. And it's important that we don't start our business journey full of comparison, and we don't start looking at, well, they're doing that, so I can't, or they have that market, so there's no room for anybody else. Do you know what? People are attracted to very different people, and you know, you do your things in your way. So the label that could traditionally be given to me is, you know, you could traditionally call me a business coach. But actually, there's stacks and stacks and stacks of business coaches out there. There's stacks of people that talk about business development strategy out there. There's stacks of people that talk about online products and programs out there. But I do this my way, and I kind of work with a bit of a fusion mix to the type of work that I'm doing. And it's about your business, it's about you, and it's about your mindset. And those three things fuse together in order to bring my take through my lens with my experience to the teaching that I bring. I'm also very anti-icky tactics and pushing people into purchasing from you. And I'm very much about you living your mission and you coming from that place of service, and that you truly get what you want out of business, which is not only a ridiculously big business, but also a business that nourishes and supports you, but nourishes and supports your audience too. Because that's what it's all about. And, you know, make a business that only functions to make money. I can't remember who the quote is, but a business that only functions to make money is a very poor business indeed. And that's a quote that I read recently, and it's really true. It really is true. So I'm going to move on to this, because I do get distracted and I will take you off on a lot of tangents, and you know, I don't micro plan even these calls, because I think that it's important that we work on what's important at the time, and what I need to speak to you about, what comes to me that is really important, but also to help with whatever questions you bring in. And you know, don't be afraid to bring in your questions. If I'm talking about something and you go, whoa, miss, that's absolutely fine. Claire says, you are so much more than a business coach. You have taught me never to think of anyone as competition. I believe the right people will be drawn to my message because of you. And that's so true, because you know, we are all very unique and we are all very different. And we are all, you know, if you bring yourself to your business, that's what makes your business copy proof. So if you bring you and bring you right into the heart of your business, then, you know, your business will then become a business that nobody else can actually take and totally emulate. They can take bits of it. You know, I often say that success leaves clues, but it doesn't tell a whole story. So, you know, looking at what other people are doing and taking elements of that and running with certain elements of what you're observing, yes, that will give you clues, but it won't tell you the whole story behind the strategy, behind the person, behind how they've added their own uniqueness into what they do. And let me just say that copying isn't cool on any level. So you don't need to get involved in really icky business planning, or don't worry, Amanda, hi. You know, you don't need to get into a 10-year plan. You don't need to get into SWOT analysis unless you're looking to get funding and you need to do those things. You know, I think that what you need to be looking at first and foremost is, you know, what is it behind what you're talking about? What is it? What's this mission that you've got? So you might have a skill set, like I said before, which could be that, you know, that you read cards, that you're a Reiki practitioner, that you work with crystals, that you do social media, that you help and support businesses, that you help and support parents, that, you know, whatever that is, that isn't your business in its entirety. That is your vehicle, that is your skill set, that is something that you're going to use in order to support your mission. So the first thing that you really need to do is get down and dirty with, you know, your why. And, you know, often I was told that your why was all about self, and it was about you deciding what you wanted to be, do, have, achieve. And it was all very self-related, because, you know, if you looked at what you wanted, then it was all about that motivating you. And when I first started in business, I was encouraged to do a vision board. And I found this really, really, really tricky. This is one of two things that I'll share with you that I found really, really tricky at the beginning. You know, produce a vision board. And I found that so hard because what I wanted to do, yes, would have an impact on my world. Yes, would have an impact on my family. Yes, we probably wanted a bigger house and a house in a different area so that the children could go to a better school and all of that kind of stuff. But to bring together a vision board of stuff and of pictures just didn't work for me. Okay, it was something that kept buffering, and I was like, well, you know, I can't say that I want this, 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 and this, and that it looks like this, and you know, I didn't have any emotional connection to pictures that I was bringing together, and I found that, you know, really difficult to get my head around at first. And do you know what? I do have a board as such, but this shows sort of the different way that I work at it. So I've got a board here, but that board here is all about other people. That board there is all about how I've helped and supported other people, because that's my mission. My mission is about helping and supporting you to be the best version of you and to bring together a business that is nourishing for you, but also to bring, for you to be able to bring together a ripple. And, you know, this is really dear to me, the ripple thing, because if I can help you and you can go and help 10 people and they can change the worlds of another 10 people and so on and so on and so on, then the world becomes a better place. That might sound really stupid, it might sound really, you know, rose-tinted glasses, but it's the truth. You know, it's about that ripple effect. The other thing that kept me stuck at the very beginning was the ideal client concept. Oh, we refer to her as Sandra here at Rockstar HQ. Finding your Sandra. And I got really stuck on this because I was encouraged to create an avatar and give her a name and a hair colour and an age and define where she lived and what she looked like and how she went about her day-to-day life and the magazines that she read and the things that she watched on telly and, you know, da-de-da-de-da. And that just kept me so stuck, because do you know what? Yes, there are commonalities, and, you know, I will always look at you seeking out the commonalities rather than the specificities. This whole, you know, making her look a certain way really, really, really got to me. It was probably an unjust getting to me, but it really got to me, and it really was like, well, I don't want to give her a hair colour, and I don't want to say what size pants she wears, and it just isn't right. And what it got me thinking about is, do you know what? Yes, it's really important that you have, you know, a concept of who you are talking to. Just getting onto that now, Suzanne. So the ideal client thing is about setting you free. So the irony was that the thing that was supposed to set me free got me really, really stuck. And it's about you knowing that, you know, if you try and speak to everyone in business, then what you end up doing is you end up speaking to no one. So the whole ideal client avatar kind of concept was all about you making that really specific person so that you had them in mind with everything that you do. And that got me stuck. So what I started to look at was commonality. And I started to look at, right, okay, so if I look at my audience and the people that I am here to serve, what are their common problems? What are they most likely to be stuck with? What are their common dreams? Where do they buffer up in business? So I've recorded a video this morning about how sometimes you can end up buffering and stuttering because of whatever reason, and to look at the common reasons behind that. So I know that my clients are very heart-centered, soulful entrepreneurs. They are people who absolutely care about the people that they're here to serve. They do not want to build a business that feels icky, that feels forced, that feels like they are herding cattle down funnels into the market. They don't want to feel like they are guilt tripping people into purchasing from them. They don't want it to feel like it's something that is uncomfortable. They want to be able to work with integrity. They want to be able to work with their ethics and their belief and their passion at the heart of what they do. They're often ridiculed for caring too much. They probably have pretty pants boundaries right now. They're probably working really, really hard and, you know, working longer and longer and longer hours. They are probably questioning their business ability. They are probably saying, well, you know, I'm really good at whatever it is that they do, but I'm not the type of person that can bring together a fantastic business. You know, I don't know how to do the businessy stuff. They know the tech that they know, but the other tech over and above what they already know scares the pants off them. No worries, Diane. Catch you later. They have a burning desire in their bellies to make this work. They have an absolute yearn, a mission, a message to share. They just don't know how to go about doing it. So that's the commonality in my crowd. And when I look at where they get stuck, they often overthink things. They overanalyze stuff. They get overwhelmed. They're not sure about which step to take first. So when I start to bring together the commonality aspects, that sets me free. That gives me stacks to think about. That gives me loads of ways that I could help and support them. So I like to look at that slightly differently. Lots of people get stuck on names and on brands and on colours and on websites. And do you know what? At the very beginning, go with the path of least resistance. Go with the stuff that you can do rather than the stuff that you can't do. You know, if you can start to bring together a Facebook page, do it. If you've got the idea of a business name, go with it. Because things can evolve, things can change, things can move forward. So, you know, even in the last, you know, within the last year, I've updated my logo, I've updated my imagery. The new website went live last week. So, you know, there is a constant evolution of how your brand best serves you and how your brand best serves your crowd. You know, brand absolutely is really, really important in the long term. But right now, if you're at day one, if you're starting out, you don't actually know probably what you want it to be like. You don't actually have the in-depths of how it needs to look and feel. And I started out, you know, with a brand that I felt really boxed in with. It was a beautiful, beautiful brand. I got some beautiful design on it. But it really wasn't me, and it made me stay stuck for a long time. And it was that sort of revelation ultimately that was what it was. You know, I see lots of people who they stop sending traffic to their website because they hate their website. They hide away from branding their business because they hate their brand. So it is something that will evolve. It is something that you will ultimately get to the point of knowing what it needs to look like. But do you know what? At day one, just get started. Just start somewhere. Start with something. And that will probably be social media platforms because they're free to set up. It's a good way for you to start to connect with an audience while you work the other stuff out. Because, you know, the other stuff, which is the business backbone that I'll talk about in a minute, is the stuff that will allow you to really work out actually what does this need to look like? How does it need to look? What do I want my brand to reflect? So my brand is very spiritual but very heart-centered. But I haven't gone down the traditional thought path with spiritual and heart-centered because I like colour, I like vibrancy. I'm not all pixies and unicorns. I'll sometimes say sweary words, but that's okay. And, you know, if you are the right person for me, that will be fine for you. When we look at, you know, the tech, this is another one that keeps people from starting. The tech. And I can't get started because, you know, there's so much tech to learn. And it's just so complicated. And it's so horrible. And I hate it. And let me let you into a secret. Tech is like working with children and animals. Never, ever, ever show it that you're scared. Because the minute that you show tech that you're scared, and the minute that you make it into a thing, it becomes complicated. So when I started out in business, I came from a corporate background. I was a lawyer. I could use our legal case management system. I could use Word. I could use Outlook. That was it. Now, I can build a website. I can deal with everything on a self-sufficient basis. I don't deal with everything now. You know, I've got a great team around me. But I can do it if I need to. Because I have taken the view that I won't let it scare me. I won't let it frighten me. That I'll go and give it a try. And usually, you know, whether you profess to be a tech person or not, that's not even a thing. Okay, tech's all step by step. It's all completely learnable. It's all about you going into it with an open mind and trying it out and working with it and seeing how it comes together. The next one I've got is your butt. You know, we'll often hear people go, right, well, I would build this business, but ... So I remember, you know, when I was corporate and I was thinking about leaving the corporate world because I got into this cycle of everything being a guilt fest. I'd had my children. My dream career as a lawyer just didn't fit anymore. And it was like, right, okay, so I feel guilty all the time. I feel bad all of the time. This isn't good for me. What am I going to do? And I started to explore leaving work and becoming self-employed. And, you know, everybody would stand around the water cooler and go, oh, you're so brave. I'd love to do what you do, but... ... And they'd always have a but. So examine your but. What are you saying you would do it, but... It's time to have a look at that. And a lot of the time your but is about your safe place. And it's about, you know, the reality of your situation as it is right now, usually financially. And it's about you looking at growing a business that will support you to the same level as your current lifestyle. And how you can actually bring something together that is super supportive, but doesn't leave you in fear. You know, desperation smells, and, you know, having a business that is driven by you feeling fairly desperate and you needing to make this work really, really quickly adds a layer of pressure to you. And I always talk about working out what your safe place is. And you know what? Building your business up to your safe place whilst working is absolutely fine, all right? This is about making sure that you hit your safe place, because the moment that you go into fear and the moment that you go into panic and the moment that it becomes difficult is when you're going to get totally overwhelmed. You're going to lose track of where you are. You're going to go back to constantly thinking about getting a proper job, and it's going to be kind of, again, that buffering. I can't go any further. I need to get some money. And it breeds panic, and it breeds frustration, and it breeds overwhelm. So work out where your safe place is, because that is always aim one in your business. It's achieving that safe place. I'll always say to people, you know, we've got to achieve your safety and security before we move on to the next level. So, you know, you can bring together a really, really profitable business, but it won't happen overnight. You know, every overnight success took a long time. It took a long time, but it can happen fairly quickly. So that, you know, that's the irony. So just to sort of hit through my figures, year one I did a loss of £5,000. Year two I made 7,000, I think. Year three I made 40. think this one was half a year. Year 3 I made 40, then I made 87, and then this year 120. So, you know, it's about making sure that growth, you know, I've doubled my growth year on year up to this point, and you can do that. And, you know, I'm not here to showboat my figures. I'm here to show what's possible. I'm here to show that if you've started your business and it's not making you very much money right now, then that's okay. That, you know, your past financial history doesn't indicate your future success. I'm not here, you know, to go, look at me. It's not about that at all. This is about how you can bring together growth year on year that doesn't burn you out, that isn't icky, that isn't forced, that isn't horrible, but that is nurturing, supportive for you and for your audience. The thing about, you know, bringing together your business is where to start. And, you know, where to start, just start. Start, because what have you got to lose? What have you got to lose by bringing together a social media platform? What have you got to lose by opening a Facebook page or a Twitter account or an Instagram account? What have you got to lose? You know, yeah, it might cost you a couple of hours a week, but you've got nothing to lose. Get started, and start by serving the pants off your crowd. That blah, blah, blah place is where I need to get to. And you will, Gina. It's about making sure that you do the right things and you start to move in the right direction. You know, start by opening a social media account. Know that money isn't icky. Money is about fair exchange. And money is about you keeping yourself and the other person in the flow. Because, you know, if you don't allow people to pay you, then, you know, what you end up doing is you end up throwing them out of the floor, and that, you know, that's just not fair. So it's about making sure that when you look at money, that you are looking at fair exchange, that you are looking at the way that you are moving forward, that you are looking at making sure that you're doing the stuff that works for you, that you aren't undercharging. You know, most heart-centered entrepreneurs are undercharging, you know, particularly people who read cards or provide therapies or whatever it is. You know, most of those people are undercharging, and that's okay. You know, if at the outset the safety and security is about you just getting into that place that feels okay and it doesn't feel too scary and it's just setting you off on that track, then it's okay. But, you know, be mindful that in the big longer term, that it is about moving forward. Judy says, my issue is the page is ready, but what should you post first? Just start. You know, start with hints and tips and advice. When I talked about, you know, you're looking at your raving fans rather than an ideal client, what do they need to hear from you right now? What hints and tips can you give them? What little bits of advice can you give them? What motivation can you give them? What inspiration can you give them? So when I look at a social media strategy, for me, I look at hints and tips. I look at me showing up via video and lives and things like that. I look at inspiration and motivation. I look at business strategy and advice. I look at humour, and I look at behind the scenes. So, you know, they are kind of the bedrock of my social media strategy. And you'll see that I have been doing a bit of a Get Your Tips Out series, which have been little written posts that are about, you know, little things that you can do in your business. You can bring together pictures with words on them. They're called memes. So an image with some words on it. You can use canva.com, which is a free resource that you can use in order to get a lovely picture with some words together. And, you know, look at just getting started. All right, your social media strategy at the outset will be at best hit and miss. All right, because you will have to find your legs with it, and you will have to find out the ways that your clients are best able. Suzanne, it's canva.com. Best able, CANVA soulfulstartups.com. You know, best able to, I'll put the site in now, best able to connect with you. So, you know, Facebook isn't stagnant, social media strategy isn't stagnant. It is an evolution, and it continues to evolve because, you know, the algorithms change, you get more of your raving fans around you, you know, it's never set in stone, and it's something that I continue to work on, and I continue to evolve every week as I sit down and work on my social media strategy. You know, it's something that evolves every single week. So it's not like, you know, everything in business, you don't nail it at the outset and then go, done that, it's all fine. All right, your business will continue to evolve. Your to-do list will continue to increase. Your website will never be finished. Your social media strategy will never be sorted. And, you know, accepting that and going, actually, that's bloody brilliant, to be honest, because the minute that any of them things stagnate is the minute that your business stagnates. So it will be a constant evolution. You will continue to move forward. You will continue to change things, and that's all good. So let's just have a look back. Nicola says, amazing growth, well done. What was your what was the game changer for you? What helped you make the jump from 40 to 120k? It was about starting to look within, and it was about starting to do the stuff that really worked for me. It was about serving the pants off my crowd, and it was about making sure that I was really living my mission and really honing down on who I was helping, how I could best serve them, having a great product suite that gave me diversity, that allowed me to help and support more people. And, you know, I always say, go out there and serve the pants off your crowd and the rest will follow. And it's really, really true. You know, if you serve the pants off your crowd, the rest will follow. And, you know, for me, yes, I do target growth, and yes, I do target my finances, but that isn't what it's all about. It's all about, you know, getting out there and helping and supporting more people and putting them into a position of having the success foundation. So I started with, you know, the business backbone and my success foundations, and I built from there. My eldest did that for me on the cover. Fantastic, Judy. Get them to work. Get them children to work. It's just taking the jump. Absolutely. Just start. Whatever you do, just start. And you've got to start somewhere. And do you know what? If I look back at the stuff that I did a couple of years ago, I go, oh my God. And that's fine, because that's where I started from. And, you know, I have evolved and changed and honed my craft by being present, by serving the pants off my crowd, by asking them what they want, by helping and supporting them. And, you know, this live right now comes as a result of my audience wanting it and asking for, you know, the beginnings in business and the success foundations, and starting from the very beginning and working through what you needed to work through. So, you know, that is what comes to it. And there's two things on here that are really, really important on my little mind map, and that's mindset and bravery. And, you know, bravery is a funny word for me because, you know, I find that the people that we deem to be most brave are the people that are simply trying to deal with what they've got on their plate at that particular time. They often feel like the least brave people out there. But when we look at it insofar as business is concerned, it's about taking the leap. It is about, you know, I've written a few times recently, you know, when you believe you can achieve, when you go, actually, I'm just going to take that step and nothing bad will happen. Nothing horrible is going to happen. You know, the world won't cave in because I posted something on social media. Nothing bad is going to happen if I record a video that gives some hints and tips to some people. Because the right people will get benefit from it and the other people don't matter. And that's okay. So when you look at being brave, when you look at your mindset, when you look at what you can start to achieve, then it's about bringing together a strategy that will work for you. It is about you being conscious of your wobbles and your self-talk. I want you to know that it's absolutely okay to feel the fear, all right? So many people say that you've got to be fearless in business and you've got to be this and you've got to be that. No, it's all right to be scared. It's all right to go and sit by your computer and go, press the button and run. But at least you press the button and it becomes easier. You know, I remember the first time that I did a live call, and do you know what? Everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. I ended up with a child shouting with croup. I ended up with everything just feeling really forced and really hard. But I did it. And the content helped people. And yeah, I buffered up along the way, and yeah, there was things that went wrong. And do you know what? Now I can sit here with a mind map and a bit of paper and I can talk for an hour, because what I can do now is be really comfortable in the message that I've got to share, and know that the bits and pieces that I can impart on you today can really and truly help you to get going in business. So I want to talk about the business backbone. And I like to look at it as a backbone because I feel that all of these bits are so connected. And with a discord anywhere, you know, with anything missing from this backbone, it won't function. Okay? It won't function. Vicky says, oh, I'm having a scaredy week this week. Should I go back to corporate? I need to keep telling myself that I'm not going to be successful overnight. I need to plug away, keep going, and just fucking do it. Yeah, absolutely. And do you know what, Vicky? You know, you are in the hub. You've got those success foundations there. And it's, do you know what? None of it is about giant leaps, okay? None of it is about giant leaps. All of it is about another small step consistently taken. Keep taking the steps. Keep moving to the next step. Wake up every single day and say, what can I do today to help and support my crowd? What is it that I can do today? Can I record a quick video? Can I give them a little hint and tip? Don't worry about how much you're giving away. Go out there and support the bum off them so that they can, you know, look to you as being that place of support, that place of help. You know, start to bring together your products and your offerings. Start to give them an opportunity to work with you. You know, so whilst we don't want to usher people down funnels like cattle, we don't want to push them into buying things. We don't want to guilt trip them into buying things. And I'm having a bit of a rant about that later on my page. What we also don't want to do is end up being in stealth mode. So I've got lots of clients that say to me, right, okay, I'm not making enough money right now. And I'll say, what have you got for sale? And they'll go, nothing. And then I'll go, that'll be why you're not making any money right now. Because they're not offering the opportunity to people. And it's all about looking at offering opportunities. So if they read this article, what would help them next? Where's the next place to go? So if you listen to this, this webinar, I suppose, live, whatever you want to call it right now, you know, if you want more help and support, then the very best place to be is the Coaching Rockstars Hub. And, you know, it's not about me selling you into anything that's super duper expensive. I'm not going to say to you, come and have some one-to-one time with me and spend lots of money. You know what I'm going to say to you is, to get your success foundations in place, the Coaching Rockstars Hub is the best place to be, because it's only £10 and you can get in there and you've got a whole program of success foundations. You've got monthly modules with lots, and already there's, you know, all of the Facebook platforms, Facebook ads, all sorts already in there. So, you know, I'm going to say, if you love this and if you want more of this, that's where you need to be. Because, you know, I could give you all of this and you could go, yeah, that's nice. I sat and listened to Emma for an hour this morning, that's nice. But I don't want you just to sit and listen to Emma for an hour this morning. I want you to action some points. I want you to start to move. I want you to, you know, bring together the mindset and the action that will allow you to start to achieve success. So, business backbone. See, I do get distracted, don't I? I love it. So, like I say, if any of these get out of whack, the backbone doesn't work properly. It starts with raving fans. So I talked about that concept earlier, and if you weren't on at that point, that's absolutely fine. You can go back and watch the replay. The raving fans is all about you defining the commonality in your market and your mission. So, you know, these two are connected. Your mission is connected to your raving fans, because without, you know, one, there isn't another, because your mission is to serve your raving fans. We've then got message. So your mission defines your message. If you don't have the right message, then your mission can't be taken forward. You know, my mission is all about helping and supporting you through my experience, my creativity, my thought processes. You don't want to be inside my head, but, you know, I'll impart the better bits. And, you know, my message is how I give that out to the world. That's my blogs, that's my articles, that's my Facebook posts, that's everything that I do. My crowd. So my crowd is made up of my raving fans who I can serve through my message to help my mission. So you can see how these all start to come together. Service. I will always tell you, go and serve the pants off your crowd. Feeling overwhelmed? Go serve the pants off your crowd. Feeling the fear? Go serve the pants off your crowd. Feeling scared? Go and serve the pants off your crowd. Because if your default position is always to go back to serving the pants off your crowd, you won't end up sat there stuck going, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I should be doing. It's all too hard. I'll just flick up the Facebook timeline. I'll just look for something. I'll desperately look for the answers. I don't know what questions I'm asking, but I'll look for the answers. I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them. No, stop. Stop. Go and serve the pants off your crowd. Go out there and offer them a hint. Offer them a tip. Ask them if you can help. Go out there and help somebody, because that will get you back aligned with everything else. Anyway, service. So then there's writing, and what you do is you write your message to your raving fans, and you put it out to your crowd. We've got websites, we've got videos. So your website ultimately will be your business home. It'll be the hub of where your business lives. But you know what? Like I said, you don't need to have it at the very beginning, but it will be something that will continue to evolve. Like I say, it will never, ever, ever be finished. I spoke to somebody yesterday about my new website, and I said to them, I said, do you know what? There's probably about 5 days worth of work left on that new site to get it right. None of you can see that. None of you are going, oh, she's got a half-finished site. But it's stuff that I want to do that will continue to enhance that website. I could have sat on that. I could have sat on that and gone, I'm not putting it out there till it's finished. There's no way I'm showing the world that until it's completely 100% right. But that wouldn't serve you, would it? I'm on cuppa number 2. Rhubarb tea. You know, that wouldn't serve you. That wouldn't help and support you. That wouldn't help you move forwards. So I had to go, actually, it's okay to put it out there just as it is. Videos. You know, videos are a great way of connecting with your crowd. You get to see the person. You get to see their mannerisms. You know, I was once told that my videos were very distracting because I talk with my hands and I pull funny faces. And you know what? I couldn't care less. If you're distracted by the way that I work, and you're distracted by how animated I become, and, you know, I might get excited and start talking really, really fast and really, really high, and that my tone will change and it'll be... If that offends you, then I'm probably not the right person to help you, because this is the way that I am, and I don't need to change that. And, you know, the right people will be motivated and encouraged by the way that I work. We've then got products. So, you know, you can't have a mismatch here, because if you have got products that aren't for your raving fans, then nobody's going to buy them. If you know, haven't got products that you're not using as part of your message, then nobody's going to buy them. If you've got products that aren't fulfilling your mission, then you're not going to try and sell them because they don't feel right. So your products have to be lined up. Free resources. I love to help for free. And, you know, I don't worry about how much I give away for free. And I just get out there and I do it and I help you, and that's absolutely fine. I don't put it through a massive, big algorithm of how much I should give away for free. And do you know what? In October 2015, I brought together a mini program, How to Get Online in 10 Days, that took everybody who signed up for it through 10 days worth of steps to get an online product. And I took them through it step by step by step, and I got a message from somebody who said, what the Marjorie Duck are you doing, giving away all that for free? And do you know what? It was the biggest relationship enhancer that I ever did, because people got to work through that. And even if they didn't work through that, they saw the value in how I taught, in the ways that I helped and supported them, and the ways that I brought it together. The next one is visibility. So, you know, you're not going to help and support many people if you're hiding. Sorry. So it's about making sure that you are taking opportunities, that you're taking the right opportunities, that you are, you know, standing up and being seen, that you aren't hiding. You know, don't hide behind a logo. Let me see you. Who's the face behind the business? You know, lots of people would put a logo onto their Facebook profile picture, and it's like, I don't fall in love with a logo. I don't create a relationship with a logo. I create a relationship with a person. Let me see you. Social media, which we've talked a little bit about, sales, and you. You are the foundation for that. Because, you know, I have, in the past, worked too hard. And I'll admit that. You know, in the past, I've worked too hard. I've had pants boundaries. I haven't prioritised myself as part of my business. I've ridden the wave of burnout. And that's okay. But do you know what? I'm more productive, and I am more profitable, and I am more self-aware by looking after myself as well. And do you know what? I'm the biggest asset in my business, and I should be treating myself that way. So you've got to make sure that you treat yourself in that way too, because, you know, without your energetic input, then, you know, you're going to keep buffering. You're going to keep going. And the thing is, you know, if you put tired energy into your business, you make your business tired. If you put poorly energy into your business, you make your business poorly. You know, if you put negative energy into your business, you make your business negative. So it's really, really important that you are aware of the type of energy that you're putting into your business, and that you're taking care of yourself. So I have taught non-stop for 50 minutes. I am going to open up the questions, so if you want to ask me anything at all, jump in right now and open up the questions. And I'm going to also say that if this is something that you have enjoyed, if this is something that will really help and support you to move forwards, you know, if you want more advice and assistance, then the hub is the place to be. And it is £10 or $16 a month. And you can be in there, you can get stacks and stacks of help and support from me. I'm in there most days sharing bits of advice and helping you move forwards. And also, there's a beautiful peer group of heart-centered soulful entrepreneurs. I was going to bring together a Soulful Start Ups program. And when I looked at it, I went, do you know what, actually, these are the success foundations that you get for free in the hub anyway. And, you know, I could bring together a program and I could charge £100 for it. But actually, it's the stuff that you get in the hub anyway for £10 a month. So it would be wrong of me to bring that together as a program. So I just wanted you to know that that is available for you if it is something that you are interested in. And I've just popped the link in. So if it is something that you're interested in, come on over and join us. That would be super cool. So let's have a look. I talk with my hands, and until I did videos, I had no idea I pulled so many faces. That's Janice. Do you know what my husband always goes? Have you seen your face on that Facebook video today? Because I won't let him listen with sound, so he listens without sound. Because otherwise he's got lots of criticisms of what I said. So he can watch it without sound, and he'll go, you were really gurning today. Yeah, that's me. Suzanne says, I so talk with my hands and I'm quite animated too. Fantastic. And it's fine. It's totally fine. How do we feel stronger about selling ourselves? Well, do you know what, Amanda? We're not actually selling ourselves. What we're doing is we're selling our clients solutions to their biggest problems. We are selling them the answer. We are offering them the opportunity to become whatever it is they need to become. We are offering them the opportunity to be, do, have, or achieve whatever it is that they want. You're saying that I want to stood out in my town to be the most awesome therapist, but I'm scared. Well, look at, you know, what is it that you want to help people with? What do you want to support people with? What problems have they got? You know, you're not selling them what they need, all right? This is you offering them an opportunity to get to where they want to go. What you will then do is provide them with what they need to get to where they want to go. And, you know, it might be that they have really bad backache, and you give them some top tips of looking after their back on a day-to-day basis. You know, but coming in to have a certain therapy with you is their opportunity to take it further. It's about you connecting with your audience. It's about you knowing what their biggest problems are, and it's about you being the solution to those problems so that you can help and support them in order to achieve what it is that they want to achieve. You know, that's what it's all about. It's about not thinking about selling yourself. It's not, you know, I'm not going to go sit here and go, oh, aren't I awesome? I'm so awesome. Look at me. Aren't I amazing? Because do you know what? That's not, don't matter. Doesn't matter at all to you. You know, what you want from me is that ability to take things to the next level. What it is, you know, you want from me is the support, the tools, the strategy, the tactics. It's not about you wanting from me to be awesome. You know, that isn't going to help. Judy said, should you promote your page for it to be seen more? Well, what I'll often say is, you know, you're in the hub, Judy, and I'm talking about ads this week, is that you can do a little likes ad just to get that critical mass going. You know, ask friends to share it, ask in communities that you're part of, come into the hub and ask everybody to support you, because that is the stuff that will help you to start to spread the word organically. Then look at, right, okay, so I'm starting to spread the word organically, and, you know, what else do I need to do? Then you can potentially promote some of your really great hints and tips to people, and you know, starting to be of value to your audience, so that you can then, you know, the step one is your critical mass, getting that critical mass together of people, you know, that will get you moving and going forwards. Let's see, where are we up to? I'm doing my old lady eyes because I haven't put my glasses on, because sometimes you get a bit of a flashback from my glasses on the live, and you see the funny purple lens, purpley pinky bluey lens. So I tried to do it without today. I think we need to have a chat later, says Amanda. We really would like to talk to you, says Julie. Gina says, I'm there joining the hub today. Fantastic, Gina. It'd be lovely to have you in there, because I know that your work is amazing, and we just need to get you confident and out there, lady. Judy says, sound advice as usual. Thank you, my absolute pleasure. Anybody want to ask me anything else? You've got another couple of minutes that I'm here. Da, da, da. Any more for any more? All good, thanks. Brilliant. Anybody want to ask me anything? What about a safety net if you have health issues? Well, it's about working out, you know, what your safe place is. And it might, I don't know what you do, Suzanne, so forgive me. But it might be that you bring together a level of income that can help and support you, and that can help you to make money even when you're not at the coalface. So for me, you know, I can bring together products and programs that I can sell. You know, I can bring together things that work when I don't have to be there as much. You know, I have had, you know, really, really bad health issues in the past. And yes, it's something that we all have to be mindful of, and we all have to make sure that we are looking at how we can bring a sustainable income together that doesn't involve us being absolutely at the coalface all of the time. And, you know, it might be that it's digital products and programs that you bring together that people can buy, you know, no matter where they are in the world, no matter what time of day it is, you've put the work in, and that it can be sold over and over again. You know, there's lots of ways of looking at it. You know, there is absolutely ways that you can start to secure an income moving forward. So as I enter each month, I have about 80% of my income already shored up for the month ahead. Any more for any more? My absolute pleasure. Any more for any more? Okay, well, I presume that everybody is fine and dandy. If you are watching the replay, then you can absolutely come in and ask me anything that you like. You're more than welcome to shoot a message over to the Facebook page, and you can also email me, emma@coachingrockstars.com. If you do want some more help and advice and support, and you want to be part of the Coaching Rockstars family and community, then the hub might be a perfect place for you. I'm not here to big sell. I'm just here to say that that is somewhere where you will get lots of help and support that you need, and you'll be well looked after. And I'll pop the link in again for you for that if you want to be involved. So have an absolutely blessed day, and go out there and be awesome. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to shout. Speak soon. Bye.